I don't know the words. What's up, everybody? First of all, there aren't any words yet, but this is the music from the movie we watched this week. What's going on? I'm Carson. This is my buddy Groot. And you're at the Filmstruck Film Club. We watch a movie a week. Sometimes they turn into 2 weeks, but you know, what can you do? Life happens. We watched a great movie. It has great music. Maybe you've seen it before, maybe you haven't, or maybe you just are familiar with the album itself because it is a mega worldwide hit that won Grammys and shit. I'll calm down. We watched a really cool movie. It was 1999's Tonight I'm Gonna Party Like It's Buena Vista Social Club. Wim Wenders' 1999 documentary mega hit that was nominated for an Academy Award based upon the album that was created with all these old Cuban guys that won a Grammy. And maybe you've seen it before, maybe you haven't. I had not. I really enjoyed checking it out. Maybe you've been watching like the Beatles Get Back documentary, right? It's nice watching cool dudes make music, am I right? This is another documentary of cool dudes making music. Wim Wenders is a director that we have visited in this club. We watched Wings of Desire once upon a time, which is an all-time classic, and you have to watch it as soon as you can. So is his other film that we watched in this club, Paris, Texas, which you have to watch it, but has a fun little piece of connective tissue with this film. So in 1984, Wim Wenders, I don't know when he met Cooder, which is a name that you're going to hear a lot in this video, but Cooder is an incredible guitar player. Rolling Stone put out a list of like the 100 greatest guitar players of all time. This guy was number 8. So he's very good. But he did the score for Paris, Texas. I didn't know that until doing research for Buena Vista Social Club. But Cooder is a American guitar playing virtuoso who has made a name for himself making traditional music and rock and roll with like every rock band in the 70s ever. But he got really inspired by these Cuban records that he had acquired. And wound up going down to Cuba and wrangling together all these dudes that used to make music in like pre-Castro Cuba. Forgive me, there's like a couple different subgenres and I don't have all their names memorized. But there were like certain types of music that had kind of gone out of fashion once Castro had taken over Cuba and these like social dance halls and things were no longer around. But there were these kind of like these old school dudes that were the kings of this music, and for a number of reasons, they kind of went forgotten for many, many years into the 90s, where Cooder winds up putting them together and making an album. They made a 14-track album in 6 days in Havana with these dudes that were in their 70s, 80s, and 90s, okay? And they just laid down these tracks, put out the album. It was a smash success, won Grammys. They wound up getting asked to do these concerts, one in Amsterdam and one at Carnegie Hall in New York City, where our documentary winds up because Wim Wenders, we went and filmed these concerts at these 2 places in Amsterdam and New York, and then if I'm not mistaken, went back to Havana and then shot like the stuff of them in Havana. But just an incredible, like, Ocean's 11 of Cuban musicians. The way that the documentary unfolds, it's kind of like we're in the studio while they're making songs, and then like every song or whatever, then we'll show them in Carnegie Hall or in Amsterdam, and then whichever musician, either it's the song they wrote or they're like the featured vocalist or piano player or guitar player or whatever, when we kind of feature them, then we dip into their story a little bit and we go into Havana and we hear a little bit about once upon a time when they were making music, kind of what they've been up to, and then we show them kicking much ass as these older men. And it's really just like such a charming piece of film. I mean, it's rated G, right? So I mean, I don't think there's any cussing either. Like you're just gonna see them smoking cigars and stuff. But it's got a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like I said, it was nominated for Best Documentary Feature at the Academy Awards. So it's just like a really good time. I don't know about you, but I'm like a big fan of music documentaries. I know I already mentioned it, but like the Beatles Get Back thing is a breathtaking piece of like fly on the wall magic. And there's so many good music documentaries or concert films that are worth your time. Buena Vista Social Club really should be near the top of things that you should throw on. I had never seen this film, like I said, but for years now, when my sister would be cooking, we'd go over to the family's house, and my sister's a killer chef. Shout out to my sister, Caitlin. But she would put on the Buena Vista Social Club album. And so right away, when the movie started, I was like, oh, my sister's cooking. So, if you don't get a chance to sit down and watch the film, you should at least crack open your Spotify or Apple Music or whatever the hell you do and just put on the album. Maybe cook to it. Maybe, whatever. Just put it on while you're cleaning the house. It is such an awesome album. When we watched Black Orpheus in this club a while back, which is a 1959 film, you got to watch that if you haven't seen it. The bossa nova music in that film and the subsequent bossa nova craze that it caused. After we watched the film in this club, I was putting on bossa nova all the time. It was great music to just have on. And so now it's nice that not too far over is this Cuban jazz music that I've been just listening to all week. It's been great. I really don't have a lot else to say. I mean, it's an important little piece of history. Growing up, I didn't know a whole lot about Cuba. I still really don't know a whole lot about Cuba, but it was kind of a cool way through music, right, to see this place, understand it a little bit better, and just kind of get inspired by how cool the world is, man. Cuba's a cool place with a rich history and a culture that's just beautiful. And I'm just going to keep on watching things like this as they come my way. I hope you got a chance to see it. And if you don't, it's on HBO Max. It's on the Criterion Channel. Go check it out. But, you can always follow us at Filmstruck Film Club to keep track of what movies we're watching every week. And where I put out a video like this and the ball rolls again, baby. So we'll pick a new movie tomorrow. And I hope you guys are having a good time. Groot and I love watching these movies with you every week. So come on down. Let me know what you think. I would love to know some of the favorite films that you've watched in this club or stuff that you're hoping we'll get to. Maybe a filmmaker or a part of the world that we haven't really gotten to enough. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're into. But yeah, much love. Be safe. Be merry. We're heading into December. And much love. Talk to you soon.